Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and yeah, I know it's a late night, but some breaking news just happened that I happened to see on Twitter that we have to talk about. So I was halfway awake, you know, that weird cusp where you're almost dozing off, and then my phone started to vibrate and I just couldn't fall back to sleep. And I saw some breaking news on Twitter. Somebody that I follow tweeted out something from a website called JapaneseNintendo.com, and they were saying that somebody from the Wall Street Journal in Japan has some rumor and innuendo news in regards to something that is going to happen in the world of Nintendo. Now, this is written by Takashi Mochizuki of the Wall Street Journal, and he is saying that Nintendo is basically planning to launch not one, but two new versions of the Nintendo Switch as early as this summer. Now, the rumor is, and it has been going on for quite some time, for the past year, that Nintendo is working on a Switch Pro or a Switch Mini, you know, something that has better specs or digital only. There's been so many rumors: a digital only Nintendo Switch, a portable only Nintendo Switch, a Pro Switch that has higher speeds and better graphic capabilities and things of that nature. We've been seeing it reported on Reddit and everything else, but this reporter is actually saying that there will be two Nintendo Switches revealed this summer. Now, he's saying one of them will be more powerful and have enhanced features, so that fits along the rumors of the Switch Pro. And then the other one is going to be more of a 3DS successor and will lack HD rumble. So that fits in with actual rumors of a portable only clamshelled Switch, where, you know, you can cover the actual screen with a clamshell, much like the 3DS, and it'll be missing some features like detachable Joy-Cons and things of that. So this rumor so far goes along the other leaks and discussions and rumors and stuff and speculation that we've been seeing across various Nintendo news sites, rumor sites, and just all across the board. You know, you see every once in a while somebody will post on Reddit some kind of leak or some kind of rumor and stuff. We're reaching that time of the year, though, where a lot of this information that's coming out, it's hard to distinguish whether it's right or wrong. And for the most part, especially recently, Nintendo's been coming through with a lot of things. So this while you have to hold this rumor with a grain of salt, it's coming from the Wall Street Journal. I know they don't have that big of a track record, but when it's a Japanese division and it's usually Japanese news sources and businesses, stuff like that, they're a little bit more credible than what we have here in the United States. Now, Mochizuki, the person who said this is going to happen, expects an announcement to be made in regards to the two new Nintendo Switches at E3. So it's about to be April, so that means we're about 3-4 months away from a big possible announcement about two different versions of Nintendo Switch models coming out. He says Sharp will be providing the liquid crystal displays for the new machine. So the liquid crystal displays for the new Nintendo Switch, this will be provided by Sharp. Making a pro version or a new version of a console is something that Nintendo really hasn't done in a while. They did make an NES top loader years after the NES was kind of already in its prime, and then also the SNES Junior. But you think about it, the GameCube and the 64 and the Wii had the Wii Mini, but that was about it. They're not really into the, I guess, habit of making a newer version of their console almost immediately after the initial success of it. I mean, it's only been 2 years since the Switch has come out. To me, it might seem a little bit too soon to go ahead and start throwing some upgrades out there, but maybe it's just the nature of this industry now. You know, Sony did the PS4 Pro, and then the Xbox already has had the Xbox One Original, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X. I mean, it seems like Xbox is just making new versions of its consoles constantly. So I personally, as a long-term Nintendo fan, don't want to see Nintendo go down this path of constantly making updated consoles like every fucking year or two. I don't know. That's my personal preference, but it does seem that it's the nature of the beast, and because of that, it's definitely a huge possibility that this is something that could happen. So this is a big possibility. It's big as E3. Now, E3 is usually where these huge groundbreaking announcements are coming out, and just alone in the past month or two, we had a huge Nintendo Direct that unveiled Link's Awakening, Mario Maker 2, and a lot of games that are coming out. Pokemon updates have been given through Pokemon Direct, and then we have this Nindies Switch showcase where some huge heavy hitters have come out. We got a new Legend of Zelda related game coming, and yeah, Nintendo is basically on a roll right now, and that was all software related. Now we have a Labo VR coming out, and the potential of a new Nintendo Switch model eventually coming out. Like if it's a mini, it's going to be smaller than this, possibly bigger screen. What I'm going to make of this news is that I, again, am going to believe it because it is somebody from a Japanese journalist. They do seem a little bit more serious about their credibility than if it was just some random person from a news website in the United States. Again, I was halfway asleep and I saw that this rumor was posted on Twitter by somebody that I follow, and I had to check it out and read it. And then when I saw that this was big, and this was practically just announced after a huge GDC week where lots of announcements were made, I had to make a video and discuss it. Was it to get the early views? Yeah, a little bit, but no, I cover Nintendo Switch content, and when something like this is a possibility, I always want to engage with you guys and discuss it and give my thoughts and my critical analysis of what I feel Nintendo is actually going to do, and also to provide you guys a form to comment down below. So, in regards to this, guys, how do you feel about this possible rumor? Is 2 possible Switches, like new Switch models coming out, a little too much overkill? Should we just get one upgrade, like one really badass Nintendo Switch upgrade with all these amazing, enhancements and different changes and stuff that make the actual Switch a lot better? Or is it okay that we also get a cheaper model that's like a 3DS portable type? To me personally, I feel that it's a little bit oversaturation, to be quite honest. It almost is like when Sega started making all sorts of different devices and ways to play their games and stuff. It just felt like it flooded the market a little bit. And I know Nintendo is actually doing really good with the Switch sales, with the software sales on the Switch and everything. I just don't want them to get a little too ahead of themselves. Sure, an upgrade of a Switch Pro would be more likely what I think is going to happen. I feel that that is what should happen. But I can also see the reason why they would want to make a more affordable, cheaper, more portable version with no Joy-Cons to detach, things like that. But I think we're just getting into this era of gaming where a company like Nintendo definitely does direct where the market is going and stuff. I just don't want them to make a mistake by launching too many consoles out. I think 2 hardwares coming out at the same time that basically play the same games but operate differently is just a little too much in my book. I think it's a little too much overkill. Honestly, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't even know what to think about this. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, even though it is credible because it's a Japanese journalist. I see just one hardware being made. If there's 2 announced at E3, I'm gonna flip. And I can't even get my fat ass over on a flip. But I will fucking flip if Nintendo unveils 2 hardware. And not in a bad way, just I do not see that being realistic at this time, as far as their plans go. But what do you guys honestly think? If you think they're going to make 2, new hardwares, comment down below. If you think it's a bunch of bullcrap or any kind of nonsense like that, feel free to also talk below. Let's engage and have a really good discussion about this, because that's what we're all here about. YouTube is a place to have a good community and everything, and we're all Switch fans, right? Hopefully, if you're watching this. If you're not, go ahead and feel free to call me a Nintendo fanboy as well. But yeah, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and throw a subscription and a like and all that good jazz. My ass, I'm probably gonna get back into the bed and try to sleep a little bit. So just had to get up again, break this news to you, and yeah, it's an exciting time to be a Nintendo fan, guys, especially when you read stuff like this popping up on Twitter. So enough of my rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. You guys have a great one, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.